Hey Gaurav, so I think you have primarily two questions. One is regarding the book, which is basically about the art of saving money, and the second about lending versus saving. So first thing we need to clarify here is saving essentially doesn't mean saving in FDs, or saving in your bank account or things like that. Saving, when we say the art of saving, we're talking about our conversion ratio from income to savings, okay, which basically means we're addressing a very key element, which is expenses, which goes kind of unnoticed, and expenses have that knack of, catching up with your income. So that's the point we're trying to address in the book, that you should be spending only what you need, right? So there is no end to the greed, there's no end to the herd mentality. There are so many things which happen in your life which can be controlled, and you can improve your savings ratio, because ultimately what you're going to save from your income is what you're going to invest. Whether you invest in fixed deposits or stocks or bonds or mutual funds or cryptos is a very different matter. Okay, so the book's address to your question was more related to how you tame your expenses, so that you can save more, invest more, and get richer faster. Now, coming to your point of lending versus buying, so I think primarily you're talking about real estate. Is that's what I understood at least. So in terms of real estate, my take always has been, and I keep telling all my followers, that you have to be very sure where you're going to stay for the next 15-20 years. That's the thumb rule. If you're not sure, for example, if you have small kids who are in school right now, you don't know where they're going to move out. Second, if you have a job which is like not a permanent thing, or which is very dicey right now, you don't know whether you will be relocated or not. In all such scenarios, you should never be buying. You should only be renting it out. And only when you're very, very sure, probably after your financial freedom, or probably once your kids are more or less settled, that's when you should be looking at buying. Um, because buying and selling a real estate, if you are in a city where you buy something and then you have to relocate, and then instead of paying rent, you want to buy it again. So buying and selling a real estate is a very, very costly affair. It's not only about brokerages, it's also about taxes, it's also about the registration charges every time you pay. So almost 10 to 12% of your entire corpus just goes in buying and selling. So my take is, beyond lending, until you're very sure where you want to stay finally. A lot of people in our, elite program, which we run for financial freedom, they take the decision of finally buying a house after financial freedom, because that's when they're sure they don't want to live in a city. They don't want to live in the hustle bustle and pollution and all that. So they want to live slightly on the outskirts. So that's where they want to buy their house. I think you'll have more clarity as you approach your freedom, as to where to actually buy the house, and that's when you should be buying. That's what you plan in your freedom plan. That's how it works out generally. Okay, I hope I am able to address your questions. Let me know if you have anything else. Thanks, Gaurav.